apparently my recorder only does 15 minutes at a time, so I'm being a little too long-winded. We'll try and speed things up a bit. Okay, so this is just showing the four-chambered heart of birds and mammals. Basically, oxygenated blood gets sent out from the left side of the heart out to the tissues. It gets used up in the cells, and so the oxygen gets used up, and so the blood that's deoxygenated comes back into the right side of the heart, into the right atrium, down into the ventricle, and then it's sent out to the lungs to pick up oxygen, and then it's carried back into the left side of the heart. So basically, the circulation that goes out to the lungs, the pulmonary circulation, is one path, and the systemic or blood going out to the body tissues is another path. So that's two pathways for both the 3.5, and the four-chambered heart. Right, the next section was on reproduction. Basically, there's external or internal fertilization. We talked about this last day. External just basically means the egg and sperm unite outside of the body. So fish and amphibians both undergo external. And some have special strategies in order to try and increase the chances of fertilization. For instance, these frogs here are doing what's called amplexus. So the male is sitting on top of the female and pushes the eggs out as he deposits sperm over top of them, so it increases the chances that the sperm will reach the egg. So it's external, but they use amplexus to increase their chances. Internal fertilization, if they produce an egg that the young develops in, for instance, birds or reptiles, or there's a couple of mammals that are egg laying, then fertilization has to happen before the egg comes out, so it's internal fertilization. And other organisms like us have internal fertilization, and then the baby develops for a certain amount of time inside of us. So internal just means that the egg and sperm unite inside of the female. And it's showing the shark. The shark is an exception. For most fish, it has internal fertilization. So, like we said earlier, phylum Chordata is divided into subphylum Vertebrata, which includes us, the vertebrates, but it also has two groups that have notochord remaining. They don't have the vertebral column, so they can't be grouped with the vertebrates, but they do fall in the category of chordata because of the three features at some point in their life. So tunicates are a member of Urochordata. So Uro means tail, so the notochord remains in the tail end of them. Lancelets are members of Cephalochordata, phylum Cephalochordata, subphylum Cephalochordata. Cephalo refers to head, so they retain the notochord in the head region. So these are invertebrates that are actually members of phylum Chordata. Subphylum Vertebrata, and you're going to see different divisions online and in different textbooks, even in your own textbook. So just be aware of that. But for our purposes, we're looking at subphylum Vertebrata with superclasses, two superclasses in it. Superclass Agnatha. Gnatha means jaw, and A at the front means without. So these are jawless fish, like the hagfish or the lamprey eel. This is the lamprey eel, and this is the hagfish. And then we have superclass Gnathostomata, and stomata means mouth, gnatho means jawed. So they have jawed mouth. within superclass Gnathostomata, the jawed chordates, there are 6 classes that we're going to do a little survey on. And so you'll be getting a sheet to fill out like the last one, where you're going to read a couple pages in the textbook and figure out some of the key features to be able to compare the 6 classes. First class is chondrichthyes. Ichthyes means fish. Chondra means cartilage. So they're the cartilaginous fish, and they include sharks, rays, and skates. Osteichthyes. If you think osteoporosis, that's an illness or kind of a disease where they have weak bones, they have pores in their bones, so they break easily. So oste means bone. Ichthyes means fish, so it's the bony fish group. Amphibia, or amphibians like frogs, toads, and salamanders and newts. Reptilia, class Reptilia is the reptiles, class Aves is birds, and class Mammalia is our class, which includes the mammals. So, you're going to get your sheet to complete the survey. It's only a couple pages in your book, and I'm pretty sure that Miss McNeil will be able to tell you which pages. It would be pages 194 and 195. So if you read through those 2 pages, you should be able to get most of the information. You can also look online on this page on the class notes, and you can add to your table as you do it. So I expect you to have your table filled out for class on Wednesday. If you have any questions for your assignment or with this stuff, please email. I haven't heard from anybody, so I'm assuming you're doing okay. We'll see you soon.